Okay, so I just started the truck a minute ago. I think I have a leaky injector or injectors. I have excessive black smoke. Okay, now check this out. I saw this from another guy on YouTube. 2,500 RPM, and watch the tack as I let off the throttle. Yeah, you can hear it and see it in the tack. It just starts to step down instead of go down. Instead of the RPMs going down nice and steady. So one or more of my injectors is not good. And it's got a really bad hard start issue. And I replaced a whole bunch of parts on the truck. Turn that off. So I'm not going to run it anymore until I get that injector fixed, because I want to burn a hole through my piston. So I've replaced overpressure relief valve, the fuel pressure sensor. I'll replace the injector tubes. I replaced the fuel control actuator right there, and the cascade overflow valve right there. I'm getting 9 psi to the CP3 with the low pressure pump, or the transfer pump if you will. What else has I changed? And if you look, I took off the cover. I'm also getting a lot of oil blow by when the engine's hot. So, it's funny, like I did the cap test to see if it would dance on here, and it really doesn't. The blow by isn't that bad, but every time I take it on the highway, I would get oil on here, and I wasn't sure where it was coming from, so that's why I took the cover off. And it's coming from, there's a bad O-ring here. I see it's kind of broken, so I'm not surprised, but yeah, blow by nonetheless, but not enough to make the cap dance around. So from what I understand, it's the fuel injectors that are causing an issue. And I don't have a lot of miles on here. It's at just hit 163,000. So, and I'm going to guess these are the original injectors, and if that's the case, they've done their job, and I need to get some new ones. But if anybody else has any comments or thoughts on what's going on here with the hard starting, it's just a real, if the block heater is plugged in, it'll start up just fine. If it's not, it won't start at all. So it really needs to be a warm engine to fire off. So gonna go with the fuel injector issue. When I pull the injectors out, I'm going to go ahead and put a bore scope down each cylinder to see what's going on there, to make sure those are looking okay. But yeah, I don't know. I checked the voltage too on the batteries. I checked the terminal voltage to the connector voltage, so I was getting the same voltage throughout on both batteries. I did a voltage drop test, and it only went down to 11 during startup. I checked the voltage on the grid heater, and it's getting voltage there, 12.5 volts. And I do, the solenoids are kicking over too. I don't know. So, injectors, what do y'all think?